What challenges have you seen in, I guess, from managing to you sort of building this data team from scratch? And I guess, how can you overcome these?
Yeah, I think there are many common problems. I think the biggest one that you want to deal with, though, to start as a data leader is, first of all, if there wasn't a data team before, then people aren't even aware of what is the power, right? What does it really bring you?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you want to start. You want to talk to everybody that you want to be involved with. And really, that should be all of your business, not just one side. Because you want to, first of all, make yourself heard, but at the same time, hear what is it that each individual, each leader is trying to solve. And then try and bring your data hand and say, hey, I think I can help this team or this individual or this overall cross-functional group, whatever the case may be, in this way, and really supercharge again the business in that way. And so when the data team doesn't exist, usually people will find their own ways of getting at the data. There's a lot of manual assumptions on how the business is operating. And so really you want to bring all of that into some kind of automation or at least some sort of code so that the all the biases that come with doing things manually are reduced. I can tell you I've worked with many leaders who love spreadsheets and they'll tell you that, oh, I measured this 3 months ago and I know we're doing X. And then I have to be the one who was a bit of them. Yes, at that point, it was X because you measured it in the way of Y. But really, when you go back and measure it, it's going to be Z. And so that's like a challenge. But at the same time, there's a way to spin it to make it more powerful for whoever you're talking to. So you can tell them, hey, I'm creating leverage for you. You don't have to do this manual operation. I'm going to give you an automated way to get this number every month, every week. You tell me the frequency you want. And I've had some people who've told me, I don't know what to do with my time if you're going to solve all this for me. So it's really like about how do you translate what you want to do, but make it attractive to the person who's at the receiving end. Another challenge, I think, is there's a lack of process, especially true in startups, but true for any new team, regardless of startup or not. Specific to the data team, there's a lack of process where people don't even know that, hey, I could actually ask the data team this question. And so teams love to talk about metrics, right? And they'll build up metrics on the fly. They'll tell you, I measured this yesterday and what did I do? I made up a number because I wanted to just get an answer. And that's great. That works in the moment. That doesn't work ongoing when you want to continue to measure again and again. And you want to make sure that even if you're making assumptions, those assumptions are agreed upon by many other individuals and the organization. And that's really the power of the data team. And that's what you want to sell to you as well as to the overall organization. You don't want people to be measuring things on the fly. You want to have an ongoing way. You want to have a definition. If it's a percentage, you want a numerator and a denominator, and doesn't change over time. And all of these things are what the data team will give you when you invest in it. But again, you need to design process. How does somebody come to you with a request or an ask? Do they understand that it's not going to be solved within a day, right? Maybe some things can be. Maybe we've already solved something. That would be amazing. And that also happens when you have a robust operation. But at least at the start, it may not. And so you really want to start to build that relationship and trust. Okay, I'll get you the answer. I may not get it to you tomorrow. It may take me 2 weeks. Maybe it will take me 2 months because this is a lower priority for me. However, I do want to solve this. So it's really building that relationship and trust. One thing I've noticed in every role I've been at is there is a huge backlog of requests that people have gathered, right? So they might have done that. Okay, I'm going to measure this and I'm just going to move on in my life. Or they might have taken the approach of, I'm going to put this for whoever comes in as the data person. I'm going to ask them to do it. And now when you start a new team, you have, I don't know, a list of 50 tickets that are just waiting and you don't know what to do with them. That's a common challenge that I think most data teams, especially those starting out, would face. And there have been situations where we've just thrown out lists. Already have been like, may have been important 6 months ago, not a priority right now. But again, you probably want to go through the list and make sure that it's the case. There might be some very good ideas in there as well of where you want your data team to focus, or maybe there's a larger project you can. Yeah, those are some of the challenges that I can.
Okay. No, interesting. Obviously, discussing this with other people, obviously, before. So, isn't it? I think, it's good to say. Most people are having similar issues, which